Now, complete high school football coverage. This is 10 Sports First and 10. Brought to you by these sponsors.
Welcome to First and 10 on a special Thursday night. We've had a bevy of games moved to tonight due to the impacts of Hurricane Helene. First, we'll start out with a trivia question. Of course, these all have to do with former First and 10 players. Now, this linebacker and defensive end had 123 tackles and 4 sacks in his junior year of high school. Follow along. We'll have the answer towards the end of the show. Don't forget to head to our website right now. We're checking out the weather as we just had a couple tornado warnings expire, but make sure to go to WSLS.com First and 10 for all your scores, reactions, and highlights. That brings us to our First and 10 game of the week. Liberty Christian Academy, Heritage, 2 teams in the Seminole District, and typically when this game comes around, the winner usually wins the district. That's where we find our Eric Johnson.
In years past, the winner of the LCA Heritage matchup has been in the driver's seat for a Seminole District championship. That could be the case again this season with 2 unbeaten powerhouse programs. But tonight was all about the basics and playing fundamental football in wet weather conditions. The Pioneers struck first with a methodical touchdown opening drive for the 6-0 lead. But on the ensuing kickoff, it's that bad man Gideon Davidson off to the races. Kick return for touchdown, put the Bulldogs ahead 7-6. Heritage down but not out. This is David Bradley pulling off a Chuck Brown move because he's busting loose. 78-yard touchdown run, 12-7. Heritage in control. Frank Rocco got the Bulldogs back in order. Davidson again running through defenders to get to the end zone. Let's call him Jadenin because he's a classic man. The Clemson commit scoring 2 more times in the first half. LCA scored 20 unanswered points, 27-12 lead at the break. Heritage came within 7 points of the lead, but just when the defense thought they figured out the Bulldogs, Tyler Jackson said not today. Airing it out deep to James Dale over the top, touchdown LCA. They go up 34-20. Pioneers scored a late touchdown, but needed a defensive stop, but instead it's the Bulldogs converting on 4th and 3. They get the 34-27 homecoming win.
Heritage is a great football team, you know, for it to be a battle of 1 versus 2. I mean, that was the way it should be. And, you know, we've got a lot of things we're still trying to work out and find out about ourselves and to play in a tough game like that.
But I thought our kids did a great job, man. Proud of the way they played, proud of their effort. A couple mistakes. That's on the head football coach, which is me. But man, I'm gonna tell you what, I really liked what I saw. You know, we had a couple bangs and bruises tonight. Hope we get that taken care of. But our kids are battling.
So it was another performance for the ages for LCA running back and homecoming king Gideon Davidson as he continues to aid his freshman quarterback Tyler Jackson. All in all, his Bulldogs program continuing to gain momentum and confidence week by week, which is a dangerous statement being made to the rest of the Seminole District. As for Heritage, they walk away with their heads actually held high considering how competitive they stayed in this game with LCA. They'll try to regroup as they hit the field again, taking on Northside. In Lynchburg for our First and 10 game of the week, Eric Johnson, 10 Sports.
Thanks so much, Eric. Here's some scoreboards from the Seminole District. Brookville getting a win over Liberty, 41-20. Amherst County with the big win over Glass, 18-0. Jefferson Forest holding on against a tough Rustburg team, 28-7. More scores. Nelson County and Chatham is moved to Monday at 7 p.m. Gretna beating Appomattox County 20-7. And Alta Vista, big win tonight, 64-13 over William Campbell. All right, in the Blue Ridge, Lord Botetourt is home tonight trying to get ahead of the wet weather. We know how that Cavalier field can get when it rains. Rocktown is in town visiting the Cavaliers. Now, this is new head coach Curtis Cherubin, who's a 2005 graduate from Liberty High School. We're going to pick this one up in the second quarter. Cavs up 34-0. Angel Rigney finds an alley and scores from 5 yards out, 41-0 Cavs. The defense flexing its muscles. Gavin Walker chasing the Raptors QB down to the end zone for a safety, 43-0 Cavaliers. Then here's Aiden Thomas bouncing to the outside for a 7-yard touchdown. It's 50-0 now. The Cavalier defense trying to match its offense score for score. Quentin Jones fields this pass and returns it for a pick six. Lord Botetourt will go on to win 72-0 in a game that was called at half. Salem and PH, another River Ridge battle that is a must-see. To Grandin we go. Second quarter, it's 7-3 Salem. Josiah Persinger to the right side of your screen hurdles into the end zone, and it's 14-3 Spartans. Later, Jordan McFadden finds a hole, takes this one 40 yards, count them, for the score to make it 21-3. The run game was the highlight for the Spartans tonight. Here's Persinger again on a 50-yard touchdown. Goodness, turning the Jets on. It's 28-3 Salem in the third quarter. PH able to get on the board early fourth quarter. Here's Cameron Hairston to the top of your screen, but it was too little too late. Salem gets the win 41-24 over Patrick Henry. Other River Ridge action continues tomorrow. Pulaski County is at Christiansburg. Cave Spring is at Blacksburg. Some more scores for you. Roanoke Catholic, Bath County. We're waiting on that score. As we know, Roanoke Catholic is probably heading over the mountain right now. Narrows, James Monroe is moved to Saturday at 6 p.m. Twin Valley versus Craig County is October 7th on Monday, 2 weeks from Monday at 7 p.m. And Fort Chiswell, Eastern Montgomery moved to Saturday at noon. Over in the Three Rivers District, James River trying to get back in the win column, in Floyd County looking for redemption after their loss to Grayson County. Buffaloes and Knights shaking hands at midfield, trying to get this game going before the rain. The Knights 1-3, Buffaloes 2-2. Second play from scrimmage, Knights trying to start out fast. QB Pierce Woodyard to Josiah Merchant for a 40-yard connection. Next play, however, the snap goes over Woodyard's head, and we have a mad dash for the ball. Floyd's Luke Schumann gets there first, setting up the Buffaloes with great field position. Who else? Joe March marching it in. It's 7-0 Floyd. Next Floyd possession, QB Sam Phillips going to roll right and find Phillip Radford, and he is off to the races, swatting away defenders en route to a 64-yard reception. Very next play, Joe March doing what he does best, marching to the end zone from 24 yards out. Floyd County gets the big win over James River, 46-12. Scoreboards, Carroll County, Patrick County moved to Saturday at 1. Broadway with the big win over Rockbridge, Allegheny beating Radford 27-9. Some scoreboards from the south side, Mecklenburg County beating Martinsville 38-6. Halifax County with the win over Bassett. Magna Vista with a big win tonight over Tunstall. And G-Dub beating Stanton River 17-13. Chilhowie and Northwood moved to Saturday at 6. Royal Retreat George Witt moved to Saturday at 1. Giles and Grayson moved to Saturday at 1. And the answer to that trivia question was Tremaine Edmonds, a Dan River alum who is in the NFL playing for the Chicago Bears right now. We did it.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for 10 News at 11. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.